Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Monday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault, here on BettingPros.com. Always being brought to you by BetMGM. More on them here in just 1 second. This podcast always found wherever you get your audio podcasts. Also on BettingPros.com in case you can't find it, but YouTube for the video as well. BetMGM is the title sponsor of this podcast. They sent me a little note here, okay? This morning, BetMGM is launching in New York State mobilely. If you are a person in New York or access to the New York geo-targeted area, listen up for a second because you've got a killer offer from BetMGM. If you bet $10 on any Knicks game, now the Knicks play the Hornets at 1 p.m. Eastern on Monday for MLK Day. So we have those matinee NBA basketball games. Regardless of the outcome, if you bet $10 on that game, you'll win $200 in free bets that will be added to your account in New York State. You must be a new customer at BetMGM. The offer is valid for New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. There's not a promo code for this here, but if you guys go to bettingpros.com/offer/, okay, bettingpros.com/offer/, that will get you a direct link straight to BetMGM. You can download the application. You can make the wager mobilely or bet on it through your computer in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. $10 bet on the Knicks game, 1 o'clock Eastern time, Knicks, Hornets. You bet $10 on that game. You win $200 in free bets at BetMGM. Again, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, new users only. How to get in for this bet here for new accounts in New York, in Jersey, and Pennsylvania. But New York goes live this morning, so welcome BetMGM to the great state of New York. Okay, really good day yesterday. 3-0 for our one-unit bets. Always love to see that. +3 on the Niners. Teaser for the Bucks gets in, and then we get home in the first half, thanks to Patrick Mahomes driving. They go down 7-0, and I'm writing off the bet. I'm like, that stinks. All right, 2-1. And then Mahomes did Mahomes things, and Travis Kelce becomes unguardable for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 14-7 goes to 21-7, and we get the cover up by 14 at the break. So 1 unit coming in on that. 2-2 on the prop bets, 2-2 on the 1-1 on the half unit play. So kind of a wash there, but the 3-0 on the 1 unit plays makes it a very profitable day for us, including an even money bet on that 49ers win against the Dallas Cowboys. So very, very cool stuff. All sorts of officiating problems throughout the entire weekend. NFL is going to have to do a lot of explaining today, a lot of angry fans as to what happened, but a lot of bad football. Look, I'm going to say this. I know people are talking like, well, we expanded and we went to 14 teams, and that's why we've got bad football. Are we really arguing about more games? Like, for real, are you mad that there's more football? Like, you got to look at the whole picture here. Regardless if the games are good or not, give me the games. Regardless if the outcome is a successful bet or not, give me the games. Give me more things to bet on. Give me more things to watch, more things to talk about. Period. Okay? I don't want to play around with this. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, what are we doing here? More football is a good thing. Only having one bye made week 17 and 18 extremely interesting. Okay? We were glued to our seats in week 17 and 18 watching games. Beautiful. That's what we want. So forget about the quality of the games from Saturday and Sunday. Okay, who cares? I mean, give me the games. Give me a choice between games and no games. I want games every single time. So I found that a little odd that we are all, angry and like we shouldn't have this many teams in, and why are we allowing these crap teams? Look, Patriots, Steelers, Eagles, Cowboys. Fraudulent. Absolutely. All 4 of those teams, completely fraudulent. They got exposed. Okay? But are we doing the whole bowl game thing now? Like, we shouldn't have bowl games. Got too many bowl games. No, man. Give me football. I'm never going to be arguing about should we ask for more football. Yes. 100% yes. More football is a very good thing. All right. So let's get to tonight, Cardinals and the Rams. This is I can't make up my mind on the side in this game. I really can't. There are so many interesting stat lines in storylines into this game. Well, let's just start with a couple of things with the injuries. Is James Conner going to play? Is Chase Edmonds going to play? Is Isaiah Simmons going to play? I mean, these are all, is J.J. Watt going to play? huge question marks, right? We've got all sorts of issues. Taylor Rapp in the secondary for the Rams. Is he going to play? We've got, Eric Weddle coming out of retirement to play in this game. Like, what? Some really crazy things happening. But the numbers are really what has me completely stumped. The Arizona Cardinals won in LA already this year, okay? In that game, they were 3.5-point favorites, like they are now. 3.5-point favorites. And they won, dogs rather, 3.5-point dogs, like they are now. And they won by 17 points, okay? They were underdogs. They won by 17. The Arizona Cardinals on the road this year are 8-1 against the spread. They are far better away from home than they are at home. I don't know why. The Rams at home are 4-4. They're 3-3 against the spread against the division. They're 7-5 against the conference. The Cardinals are 4-2 against the division and 6-6 against the conference, but they're 1-4 against the spread over their last 5. Rams, Tigers, Rams, Lions, Colts, Cowboys, Seahawks. And they would have won the division if they had beaten Seattle in Week 18. 5.5-point favorites. They lost by 8. This game would be in Arizona. But here might be the weird, kind of dirty little secret about this game. Well, should the Cardinals be happy that they lost that game? Because they're a better team on the road than they are at home. Last time on the road at Dallas, they knocked off the Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys lost to the 49ers at home, which we talked about. Again, one of the fraudulent teams. Cowboys, Eagles, both fraudulent. Patriots, Steelers, both fraudulent. All got exposed here in the first weekend of the playoffs. But I'm not going to fade the Cardinals here. I don't have the guts to do it. And the books need the Cardinals. Rams money has come pouring in. Some books are at 4. There's some reverse line movement going on here where you've got everyone on the Rams and you got Cardinals money, enough respected Cardinals money coming in to move the line from 4 to 3.5. I don't think it goes to 3, but I don't trust the Rams. The Rams didn't cover over their last 2 games. They had that blown game against the 49ers in their last home game. They won by 1 on the road against Baltimore, a game they should have lost. They went down early in the first half. I can't make up my mind here. Honestly, I can make a strong case for both sides. I lean Cardinals, but I can't come up with an opinion. What I can do, though, is look at the total. The total is 50. 49.5 or 50, either or. Rams are 9-7-1 to the over. Arizona 8-9 to the over, but both games this season went over, including the game in LA with a total of 54. It went over by 3 points, the 37-20 win for the Arizona Cardinals. In the game in Arizona, it also went over. 51, 30-23, the final score. So we're not flying over, but we are going over in both of these games. I think both offenses can score. The Rams have got real problems in that secondary with injuries, and now Eric Weddle coming in. I think you got Cooper Kupp problems all over the place for this secondary for the Cardinals. I don't think this Cardinals defense is all that great. They were good early in the year. They've come down in a big, big way. They're giving up 21.5 points per game. I'll give you that. But against the run, this team is 25th in the NFL running the football, okay? I am eyeballing rushing props for the Rams, but I'm not there yet. I'm going to give you 3 player props here. And one of the one that I'm not going to give you is I want to see who is active for the Rams and who might be carrying the rock. Is it going to be Sony Michel? Like, what are we seeing from a running back perspective? Because I do think the Rams are going to run the ball really effectively up against this Arizona Cardinals defense. I mean, against the pass, they've been okay. 6.5 yards per pass play. That's 14th in the NFL. They give up 214 yards per game, though. That's 7th best in the NFL. But a lot of that has come early in the year, not late. And so I'm not in love with this Arizona Cardinals defense. I think they're going to give up points. And I think this Rams defense has been somewhat overrated this season. Look, you can run on these guys at times. I know they're 5th against the run and they're 16th against the pass. Yards per play, 4 and 6.6. And I know it's Aaron Donald, but 241 yards per game given up through the air. And it's Kyler Murray, who is his own cheat code going into this game. I'm going over. Over 50 is how I'm playing this. I'm going to avoid the total. I'm just going to play the over. I don't trust either team here. I don't trust Matthew Stafford at all to not make a stupid throw, to not turn the ball over. I think there's enough injuries here that will benefit the offenses. Monday night, primetime overs have been a thing. Inglewood, perfect weather, home for the Rams. Cardinal fans are going to be there. Over 50, 1 unit. Arizona at LA is how I'm playing the final Wildcard Weekend game on a wraparound Monday. Now, 3 player props to give you all for a quarter unit, okay? As I mentioned, I don't trust Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford to throw a pick, either over half a pick or a yes bet, depending on how your book is going to label this, minus 125. We have to bet this. This is like Jimmy Garoppolo throwing a pick and trying to give up the game against Dallas, right? I mean, it's just going to happen. Garoppolo, we had the WTF throw, and Garoppolo's had 2 WTF throws now, and his team has won in back-to-back weeks. Lucky. They were fortunate to beat the Rams. They were fortunate to beat the Cowboys. Garoppolo tried his damnedest to give the game up. I mean, how do you snap the ball with your offensive tackle in motion? Like, as a quarterback, that's your job, to know that guy is set before you hit snap. You know, like before you say hut, you got to make sure that guy is set. And Williams wasn't set. Easy flag. Huge penalty on 4th and an inch, turned into 4th and 5. Had to pump the football away. Like, I mean, my gosh, Jimmy Garoppolo, just in a horrible fourth quarter for Jimmy Garoppolo. But Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott running the football with no timeouts. Whoo, baby. I don't care what the referee did. I don't care what the line judge did. You're still running the ball with 10 seconds to play and no timeouts. Ouch. Not what I would have done. Not good. Matthew Stafford, quarter unit, yes, minus 125 to throw a pick here in this game. Prop number 2. Have you guys, we talked about this, I did a Twitter Spaces chat with my co-host Dave Sherapan on our show Twitter account before the Steelers and Chiefs game. And I pointed out that there have been, in the first weekend, quarterbacks are running. I mean, they are running. Yes, Josh Allen just eviscerated his rushing props. Patrick Mahomes eviscerated his passing props, or his rushing props on one run. He had 25-yard run. So all you need is one. These passing numbers are pretty small. And so, like, just in general, quarterbacks who, Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterbacks who are mobile are willing to give their bodies up because it's the playoffs. Kyler Murray runs, one of the best running quarterbacks in the game. His total is 38.5 rushing for tonight. Over. Kyler Murray over 38.5 yards rushing. You get that pass rush from Aaron Donald. Get the guys to get up the field. Zip, down he goes. He could pick it up on one run. He could go for 40 yards. It's really possible. Over for Kyler Murray. And this is not like you can't protect yourself. You're not trying to hold on. It's the playoffs. It's all out now. Over 38.5 rushing yards at minus 110 for Kyler Murray. And I'm going to be very square here. And Cooper Kupp's receiving total is 106.5. Cooper Kupp's last 12 games. Let's go back to October 17th against the Giants. This is insane. 130, 156, 115, 95, 122, 96, 129, 123, 136, 109, 95, 118 for Cooper Kupp. Like, insane. He had 13 catches for 123 yards and a touchdown the last time these teams played in Arizona. Now, in the game earlier in the year, he wasn't putting up these types of numbers. 5 catches, 64 yards against the Cardinals, had a 35-yarder. If you want to come and double down on the longest reception for Cooper Kupp, you find a number you like, maybe you kind of jump in on that, because I don't mind that bet. That bet's just going to basically climb and climb and climb and climb. I don't mind that to see where longest reception. It's 30.5 right now at FanDuel for that bet, and I may come back in on that, but like the longest reception, 40 going back to December 5th, 43, 44, 42, 37, 24, 46. He's hit that every game going over 30.5 in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 and 1 to the over in that. Okay. So him having a long reception, don't mind that at all for Cooper Kupp to jump in, but that's my third prop. I'm going to leave one prop bet open for the Discord channel, and I may have more than one. I may have 2, but that's what I'm going to go ahead and leave open in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, or the link underneath me here on YouTube to go ahead and get in. I will post the other player prop, maybe one or two player props more. It could very well be longest reception for Cooper Kupp. Very possible, but I like over 106.5 receiving yards for Cooper Kupp. I just think the guy's unstoppable right now. He's had 12 straight games of at least 95 receiving yards. Everyone knows what they're doing. Everyone knows that they're going to him, and it can't be stopped. He's an unstoppable receiver right now in the NFL. It's unbelievable to watch Cooper Kupp. It's square. It's typical. It's boring. I'm doing it. I'm following it. Okay. So our plays for Arizona at LA, over 50 for 1 unit for this game coming up here tonight. Matthew Stafford to throw a pick. Yes, at -125. Kyler Murray over 38.5 yards rushing at -110. And Cooper Kupp over 106.5 receiving yards at -110. Those are the plays. I could have more. I should have more in the Discord channel a little bit later on coming up here today. bettingpros.com/chat to get in. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.